Imperfect rhyming is a key concept to understand. When we do our freestyle, we don't need to have perfect rhymes all of the time. For example, sound and ground. That would be a perfect rhyme. We don't need all our rhymes to be perfect. Having perfect rhymes will limit the rhymes that we can use, and it will limit our creativity, and it will just make freestyling incredibly difficult to do. Let me give you some examples, therefore, of some imperfect rhymes. So the first one, listeners, get in tune with this lyricist. Hit new peaks colder than Everest. Okay, now lyricist and Everest, they don't actually rhyme. They're not perfect rhymes. Lyricist, Everest. But they're close enough, there's enough similarity between them. For example, they have the same amount of syllables, lyricist, Everest. They have similar sounding syllables. So lyricist, Everest, they're close enough that when you're putting them in a rhyme, you're using lyricist, colder than Everest. They're close enough to have that feeling of the rhyme, of the freestyle continuing. Another example, I get deep with the sound. No diggity, no doubt. Sound and doubts. Again, they don't rhyme. They're not perfect rhymes. Sound and ground would be a perfect rhyme. But sound and doubt, they're not perfect rhymes. However, they're both one syllable. They have a similar vowel in the middle, the same vowel. Okay, it's ow, ow. And therefore, there's enough between them that when you put them in a rhyme, they sound like the rhyme is continuing. They sound close enough. Imagine a target board, and in the middle we have the perfect rhymes, and on the edges we have things that get close to that perfect rhyme, or words that have some similar connection, enough similarity kind of phonologically that we get that connection, that satisfaction of the completion of a rhyme. So we're not aiming to hit the center all the time. The majority of the time we're just trying to hit the target board somewhere. Okay, if you're off the target board, then you don't have that feeling of a complete rhyme. So for example, if you had something like, when I rhyme and I create sensations, people can't cope with my pen game. They're just completely sensation, pen game, they're just completely different, and then you're not hitting the target board. Your aim is just to hit the target board, to get close with your rhyming, with your sounds. Let me give you a few more examples. MCs, they bow down when I step through. I flow hot, hotter than a kettle. Okay, now we're almost going off the target board here. Step through, kettle. But the way that you pronounce those sounds can help you. MCs, they bow down when I step through. I flow hot, hotter than a kettle. So now we're just changing, we're bending the words a little bit. So step through, kettle. We're just bending the way we say kettle, so we have that feeling of the rhyme. Classic 16-bar loop. This is not fiction, this is truth. Okay, loop, truth. Again, they're not perfect rhymes, but they're close enough, loop, truth, to have that connection, that feeling of the rhyme being complete. Another example, I flow like the Congo. Classic, like a strings ensemble. Okay, Congo, ensemble. Again, they're quite far away, but if you bend the word ensemble, flow like the Congo, classic, like a strings ensemble, again, you're bending the word ensemble to make it sound more like Congo, ensemble. So again, this is what rappers do all the time. They're bending their words so you've got that satisfaction, that feeling of completeness, and it allows the rapper to have their creativity in putting their words together. Otherwise, we'd be very, very limited with, okay, what rhymes with Congo? We need a perfect rhyme. Well, there's a limited amount of words that are going to do that. We plant money seeds, new type of farmers, lyrically eloquent, creative artists. Farmers, artists. Again, not a perfect rhyme, but enough similarity between the two words, particularly in the farm and the art. Okay, that R sound in the beginning and the fact that they've got 2 syllables and the stress is on the first syllable. Farmers, artists. So there's enough similarity to have that feeling of you've hit the target board. More product lines than Amazon. Lyrics that get etched in your cranium. Now again, we're getting quite far apart. Amazon, cranium. Now we've got different vowel sounds. Amazon, cranium, A and A. But again, there's enough similarity. Amazon, cranium. 3 syllables each. Stress is in the same place. Amazon, cranium. And then you might be able to bend the word cranium. This is a bit more difficult because it's quite far away. More product lines than Amazon. Lyrics get etched in your cranium. Okay, I would probably say here we're trying to bend that word too much. Okay, now some artists like B.I.G. for example, he would bend a word and deliberately kind of show you that I'm bending this word like too far, but I'm doing it for deliberate effect and almost for comical value. Okay, so more product lines than Amazon. My lyrics get etched in your cranium. Okay, you decide. Is that too far? You bending that word too far or not? When you practice freestyling, okay, don't get too hung up on perfect rhymes. Rather think, I want to try and hit the target board, especially when you get into multis. It's very rare that you're going to find perfectly rhyming 2 or 3 syllable combinations. Rather, you're just trying to hit the target board, trying to get that listener to think, yeah, you know, there's that satisfaction of the completion of that phrase. So have a practice with that.